Hello, welcome back to the Red Path. Today is a massive day in the 40k community. We have got all kinds of stuff dropping. I don't even know where to start. I've been awake for about half an hour and Discord had like 8 million messages on it. So I've got the rough highlights, but obviously joined here by Jack, and I know Darren, he have already recorded a short video for our Discord users going over some initial thoughts, but we're going to do another video with me and him talking about some stuff, and there'll probably be another video or two later, who knows. Like, there is so much shit to talk about here, it's unreal. But Jack's going to kind of take the lead here because, like I said, I'm kind of just processing some of the highlights. But yeah, Jack, I mean, should I be excited? Should I be wary? Like, what is the initial reaction for yourself and everyone else right now? Because I don't know.
So I'm very easily pleased, but I'm very excited.
Okay.
So there's a lot of list building shakeups for the next month or so until we get our new book. Basically, there's some Chaos Space Marine changes that are pretty spicy, both data slate and detachment wise. I think we're gonna look specifically at about how it might affect our new book, with our new book in mind, rather than looking at the broader picture, just to keep it a bit more focused. Yeah. So obviously the Arcs of Omen detachment that got previewed ages ago. That's the big flexible detachment. Mm-hmm. Some stuff that started coming out yesterday when other content creators got their books, is how the allied detachment is going to work. Yes. So it looks like you don't have to pay for the patrol. It also looks like it does break monofaction. The wording doesn't say in there that it doesn't. Okay. However, for us specifically, the wording for that is in the Demons book and not the GT. So we can do 25% in a free patrol now, rather than having to pay CP, right. And it won't break our monofaction. Okay. Is how I read it anyway. Yeah. Obviously, I haven't seen the book itself. That may change, but that's my initial take, which instantly makes demons a lot more attractive. Yeah. And when we get to, well, we'll go on to points now, I think. When we get to some demon points, you'll understand why that's even more attractive. Okay. So demon points, we'll stick to Khorne because obviously we can only ally Khorne. Yeah. Changes, the Bloodthirster, the exalted ability for the phase cap's gone up from 40 to 50 points. Fine. Okay, it's like it's 360 rather than 350. Okay. Karanak is down from 100 to 90, which is nice.
Superbly nice. Yeah.
Blood Crushers down from, I believe, 45 to 40 points per model.
Okay. All right.
Which is fine. Yeah. Skull Cannons down, I think, again from 100 to 90.
Nice.
And bear in mind they have a lot of AP2 weapons.
Yes.
Which is nice. And Fleshhounds are down from 19 points per model to 15 points per model. What? So you can get 5 for 75 points now. And they are 3 attacks each, strength 5, AP2, 2 damage on the charge. Okay. Pretty good for killing Marines. Yeah. And they have a deny built in.
Yeah, deny is exactly why I was scouring eBay over the last week for it anyway.
So, a patrol of demons, which is Karanak, 10 Bloodletters, and 2 squads of 5 Fleshhounds, is 370 points.
Okay.
Which is about the same cost as Abaddon now, because Abaddon's 350 as well.
I've seen that. Now that's a superb little buff. Like, that's a lot of force presence, that's a lot of killiness.
It's also 4 denies and an extra strat for denies, which goes up on a 3-up with Hounds, I think.
Karanak, yeah. Or maybe.
Well, Karanak, yeah. It might be Hounds. I can't remember. I haven't looked too closely.
Okay,
and doesn't cost CP anymore. That detachment doesn't cost CP.
Ooh.
So that's spicy.
Yes.
That's one of the spicy things that is coming to World Eaters.
Yeah.
The other thing, me and Dara had a little gander at the Forge World points changes.
Okay.
Can you tell the World Eaters Codex is coming? Blood Slaughterers down from 140 points to 125.
Okay.
Pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Kaitan Ravager, 440 points down to 400.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's not
bad. And finally, Greater Brass Scorpion was 475 points, now 430 points.
Okay. Ooh. Oh.
Yeah. You could tech really heavily anti-Psyker now.
Yes.
Like, really heavily anti-Psyker.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to.
Wow. Okay. That's it. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. All
Food
right.
for thought. There's some other things about the general point changes that probably bode well for our book, that I'll just sort of touch on. So for all Chaos Space Marine vehicles, all vehicle upgrades are now free. So the extra storm bolters, the combi weapons, the havoc launchers, all free now.
Okay.
Not listed. Hellbrutes, all of their weapon options are now free. The only one that you have to pay for is a twin las cannon, and that is down from 20 points to 10 points. And that's theme across all the point changes. All las cannons have gotten cheaper by like 10 points.
So
like
it's 120
Predators
now with the mark of Khorne for a Hellbrute. It's 105 base, then 15 for the mark of Khorne.
And you could chuck double fist, scourges, multi-melters, all of that shit. The other thing,
not bad.
the other thing is Vindicator seed shields are now free. 130 points for a Vindicator.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Which we're not going to have access to in the new book. I'm getting off track already.
Yeah. Predators.
Predators are the same price, but their sponsons are free unless they're las cannons. And las cannons are now 10 points each instead of 20 points each.
Yeah.
So they're cheap. They're significantly cheaper, but they're not.
Yeah.
Not amazing still.
130, but 130 for the twin las
with two heavy bolters.
It's not
the and
a havoc launcher
and a combi melter.
Yeah.
my thing is rhinos. You can take two combi bolters, a combi melter, and a havoc launcher for 80 points.
One combi bolter, a combi melter, and a havoc.
You can take an additional combi bolter,
I think
separate.
The combi melter.
Instead of the combi weapon.
You get a combi bolter, then a combi weapon, then the havoc. But that is a mini.
Either way,
got that
it's good.
And a havoc on there.
Yeah. So then the free equipment continues. Generally, troops choices by the looks of it.
Okay.
So like Marines, TAC Marines, and stuff like that get all, which was rumored to be true. But Legionaries also get all of their equipment free, except Balefire tomes.
Big fucking. So
big chain axe, demon swords, literally everything. Everything that's not a tome is free now, and points otherwise didn't change, except Marcus Slash, which is 20 points instead of 50.
Wow. Oh shit!
I need to do the maths on Marines versus Berserkers for the next month. As I say, it probably doesn't affect us long term because I don't think we're going to have Legionaries. But yeah, that's a thing to note. The other headline is Terminators went up 3 points per model to 36.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen it coming, and I dropped Terminators a while ago, knew it would happen. Yeah,
Cultists also get free equipment as well. So flavors, so whatever. Yeah,
that's fine.
Whatever. So that's cool. Free demon detachment with the points changes to Khorne demons, I think is the big thing.
Yeah,
is the like important thing that's like, ooh, what can we do with that?
Yeah.
And obviously overshadowing all of this, because I'm not sure I've actually mentioned it in this video, in the data slate, we obviously don't have Armor Contempt. It's not tied to Heretic Astartes anymore, so we're not going to have it as World Eaters either.
Yeah, I know. This is, at least this is one thing I think 90% of us were 90% sure was going to happen. We've mentally prepared. It's a case of Armor Contempt is essentially a 17% debuff for all Marine armies.
Yeah.
But if you're a Marine army that has good access to AP2, AP3,
which we do,
where it's getting mitigated. Which, to be fair, all Chaos Space Marines apparently do now. Like that I know Predators are a meme, but just as an example here, right?
I knew you were going to be hyped.
Come on, man. It's my brain's working now. I'm starting to wake up. But 2 heavy bolters now have an impact in the game. Before they was like, okay, great, I'm just wasting time rolling dice.
Yeah.
But now, you're assuming they're not in cover. You're putting them on a 4-up.
I mean, Dara was going on about his fucking Hellblades again earlier, so
yeah. Listen, we're simple people. We
have
simple desires. Like
the thing for me is Possessed, right? AP2 suddenly doesn't suck.
Possessed and Warp Talons because
Possessed
they were running. Yeah, but 3-up, 5-up on an infantry model is like your AOC.
That's only strength 4 though.
Yeah, I know, but
which sucks.
They still need a points reduction. I think Warp Talons need a point, or Possessed need a point.
Or their fallback rule needs a rework, or their extra thing that they have on their data sheet that used to be no Overwatch, but is now no fallback needs a rework. So those, I guess, those are the main things around models themselves.
Okay, points wise.
Yeah. We are saying bye on Fleshhounds.
Yeah.
And Karanax.
Yes. Luckily I've got Karanak. So yeah.
The Demon Patrol, Combat Patrol is Khorne Demons and has 10 dash-hands in it. That's how I got all of mine.
Okay.
So Element Games, do it.
Element Games, yeah.
Element Games.
Below.
Yes. So that's detachment changes, allied detachments, and touching on the points that are most relevant to us. The final thing is that the embargo is clearly lifted on the pre-orders for Arx Foeman. So the wonderful folks over at Tabletop Tactics and other places, but Tabletop Tactics is the most comprehensive that I found.
We stand Tabletop Tactics. I mean, let's be honest, we love TTTs.
They have done a lovely write-up of all the secondaries, because there are some very different ones.
What are the secondaries?
Yes. So I'll tease you a little bit. First of all, with the Chaos Space Marine ones. So the Chaos Space Marine ones, Rise to Glory is 3 VP now, instead of, I believe, 2.
For characters killing vehicles, monsters, characters, right?
Yes. Yeah. Character, monster, vehicle destroyed by one of your characters, and it can also now be at range and not just melee.
I think
which means Cypher meta, baby.
Yeah.
Cypher meta.
Yeah.
And also, you still only get the CP chance for melee kills, which is roll 2d6 under their wounds. Yeah. And it explicitly says attacks, and so you can't do it with smites. Fine, not relevant to us. So for the Dark Gods, so the bubble that you need to be in the quarter is now 6 inches instead of 3.
Okay, so
makes it quite a lot easier to score.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so it's still the center of the table quarter, but it's a bigger bubble. You don't have to be as close to the center of the table quarter.
And it's still just within a unit within.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So otherwise unchanged. It's just a buff. It's a straight buff, basically.
So missions 22 and 23, that's basically an auto take.
Yeah, I think so.
And 12 as well, like tear down their icons because you can.
Anything where you're wanting to be in quarters.
If it's not hamburger or hot dog, you're taking the Dark Gods. Okay. Yeah. Well, probably, yeah.
And then the last one, so that's Shadow Operations. So that puts you out of banners, but banners has changed. It looks like it's been reverted, so it's worse now. And then No Mercy, No Respite, the Long War. It's the same scoring scheme.
Wait. This is a buff to the Long War. Okay, ready, go.
It's the same scoring scheme, so 2 for flipping an objective that you can score once, and 1 point per unit you kill on an objective, but it's now capped at 4 instead of 3.
Okay.
It's a nice little change.
Okay.
Like it's not well breaking. It just brings it more into line with shock tactics.
Yeah,
which is
it's a 25% improvement on point scoring.
Yeah.
Which could be the difference between 9 and 12 or whatever.
It means you can cap it without having to score it first turn.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Which is nice.
Did it happen to change to both turns, or is it still just your turn?
No, it's still just your turn.
Okay.
It's otherwise unchanged. It's just caps at 4 points. So you kill 2 units and flip an objective, you get 4 points instead of 3.
Lovely job, buddy.
Yeah. So then, the main event.
Here we go.
So I will preface. We get 3. Skulls is not one of them.
Wait, what? Skulls?
Skulls for the Skull Throne is gone. Sadly for me. One of them is very clearly designed to work with our new codex and will not work until we get our new codex.
Okay.
The other 2 are really fucking good. So first up, Battlefield Supremacy. Pile the skulls. At the end of each battle round, you can discard up to 3 blood tithe points before purchasing any blessings, netting you 2 VP for each one, so 6 points for 3.
What?
To a max of 5 per round. Given that. And we don't know what blood type points and how we earn them and shit really yet. But that's like a standard. It's like the Sisters one, right? You trade in Miracle Dice points, that kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
So that's Battlefield Supremacy. So that's engage and behind enemy lines, right? That it's kicking out.
Hold on. So at the end of my turn,
if you have lost loads of models or killed loads of stuff, you can trade in 3 points and get 5 VP.
Oh fuck, we're gonna be broken, man.
Yeah, we are. Just you fucking wait. Right. So then we'll go purge the enemy.
Okay.
Blood for the Blood God.
I love the name.
Nice imaginative name. At the end of each battle round, battle round, score 2 VP for each monster, character, or vehicle destroyed in melee, or 1 VP for any other units destroyed in melee, to a max of 4 VP per battle round, but only if no units fall back in the round. So it's a bit like Odes of Bowman, but our version.
Wait, what if enemy units fall back? Is it just if we don't fall back?
Yeah, I think it's only if we don't.
Wait a minute. Any unit is killed. Any enemy unit or any unit?
It says any other units. So it's any units destroyed in melee, I think. there is a theme to this, and it's a we can lose units and they can lose units in melee. Is how I read that. Obviously, this is not a picture. This is a text write-up, and they aren't necessarily like one-to-one. So it might be just that's still strong with just enemy units, though, because that becomes basically specimens for the spider, right?
Yeah.
Which is
play the game you actually want to play for once.
Yes,
and
kill stuff in melee. Excellent.
And then when you kill the stuff, trade the points in and win some more.
Just wait, Jamie.
Oh no, I can't wait, Jack. I can't wait. What?
So I was building up to this one because I think this is broken. The third one, no mercy, no respite. So the one that the Long War is currently in, no prisoners, and grind. That was purge the enemy. So that was in the same category as assassinate, bring it down.
Right. Okay.
This one, no mercy, no respite. The Blood God's due, which is as I say, no prisoners, grind, the Long War. At the end of each turn,
I gotcha.
Score 1 VP for each objective marker that has been drowned in blood. An objective is said to have been like drowned in blood when a non-vehicle unit has been destroyed in range of that unit, in range of that objective. So
a non-vehicle unit, not a non-vehicle enemy unit.
No, non-vehicle unit.
A non-vehicle unit is killed within range of an objective.
Yeah, and you score it in both player turns.
Oh god, this is so good. Like this one is exactly that because this was previewed on Warcom, so we know that this is right. Dude, we are like, oh my god, we need to capitalize on this. Like, so join our Patreon now. Like, oh my god, so everyone is gonna fucking play us.
Purge and No Mercy, No Respite. Those two being in different ones, and being able to score for essentially the same thing.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
That is
obviously so. The Blood God's due you can score with shooting.
Yeah.
There's no melee rider on that, but Blood for the Blood God is melee.
Okay.
But if Blood for the Blood God is also both sides, then just park things on objectives and don't move off them, and die, and you score 30 on your secondaries.
Oh my god.
The list that I have in my head: 3x1 spawn, 2x10 jackals. That's the first wave. They all die, get some blood tide points that you then trade in for Pile of Skulls, and also hopefully onto objectives for the Blood God Shoot and Blood for the Blood God. And then you send the second wave, which is the actually good stuff.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, alright.
Like Invocatus's pre-game move is suddenly like now that isn't even the turn one charge. That's that's the staging. Yeah. Like you don't need it for the turn one charge. You just stage and score lots of points.
Yeah. Okay, alright. I mean, first off, from a purely competitive point of view, like taking away the World Eaters love and everything, those are such sounding good secondaries. It's almost like Necron's or Systems have been up until this point.
So the only thing I think that keeps them from being that is they're not uninteractive.
That is true.
The big points are if you get into melee or if you get killed. Like against some armies, they're going to be fucking busted. Yeah. So against like Blood Angels, Space Wolves, melee heavy Votan,
you don't want to be a combat
melee heavy. Any combat armies against us are so fucked.
Yeah.
In terms of scoring, as if these stay as they are.
Yeah.
Shooting armies will shut us down and we'll still score, but we won't score very well if they kill us off objectives from shooting. So the meta is guard and Votan and like shooty Marines now. We reckon.
But we are kind of if all the rumours are true, we're kind of equipped to be able to, at least in half our games, shut down some shooting. Like we're not Alpha Strike winning games. I'm not that blind.
No, but I think there's counterplay.
Yeah, we whereas my army today, if I go against Tal Votan, it's winnable, but it's very hard. You give me 3 very fast pre-game moves, and I can chew through a screen and trade and tag some vehicles, blah blah blah. We get a bit of play. I'm not saying it's an easy win, but I agree with your versus a melee army. What are you going to do?
It's
as
oppressive.
Long as I move in the right place, you cannot possibly beat me because you're just
Yeah.
giving me points, basically.
Although I'm not too sad about Blood Angels having a
No,
tough game
fuck them.
because
Yeah.
they're getting good as well by the
Yeah.
looks of it.
But yeah, we'll have
yeah,
to do the math
I,
hammer on it all
I,
and everything. But yeah,
I think like until today I've been saying like solid A minus B plus maybe as an army just from the rules and glimpses we've seen.
Yeah.
With these secondaries we probably go to A plus.
Yeah.
I think like solidly A plus.
Yeah.
Because these secondaries do feel really strong.
Yeah.
There will be counterplay, and obviously we haven't seen the exact wording, and we don't know exactly how blood tide is generated.
Yes,
If
there
three
is a
three
lot
points
to
is really
read.
steep, like, or if generating blood tide points is really hard, if some units are excluded,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, but these are promising, and I think they go a long way to making a melee army, especially. And I like that they've gone really fluffy with it.
Yeah.
Because it finally feels like we're getting back from the fluff rather than having stupid fucking betrayer rules.
So the action where Pile the Skulls, right? That was our shadow operations, right?
Battlefield supremacy.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
instead of engage, so we still get shadow ops. So we can still do manners, or R&D, or whatever the other one's called.
Yeah,
I don't think we're going to want to be doing actions.
No, that's what I'm thinking because
Obviously we have the icon thing, I guess.
Yeah, but the Pile the Skulls, like, because that's where you kill a unit within range of an objective, right? Or a unit dies.
That's the Blood God's Due. And also the thing on the Blood God's Due is they only have to have started in range of an objective. So you start an objective, move off it, charge something, kill something, or move off it and then die. Cool. Like it's like feeding them an interrupt, like baiting an interrupt out so they die and get you a point.
Dude, this is so much. Oh wow. But yeah, okay. So my initial thoughts here, the fluff, the narrative vibe of those secondaries, especially, it does feel right. I mean, yes, they're powerful, and I'm hoping you're right that we stay in that kind of A minus. A plus is fine.
I just don't want to be S.
Yeah, I don't want to be, and that's not from a like gatekeepery point of view. Number one, I don't want to get slammed with nerfs in 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a flavour of the month army. Just because I don't know.
Yeah. The way I phrased it last night is like I don't want to be rocking up to an army a table with my army, which is 2,000 of my 14,000 points of World Eaters, and have someone roll their eyes. Like, you're a flavour of the month reroll.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't want that, because no, I'm not. I've got loads of World Eaters.
It's that I think that is probably the biggest point there is we don't want to be seen as how I feel about like Tau players when a Tau Codex drops, you know. And you know, in reality, I understand most players I've played against are genuine Tau players, and you know what? That's fair. But it's also, I don't want to cause feel bads for my opponent. I don't want, you know, they've brought their favourite army, which is currently, you know, low tier, I don't know, Harlequins or something, but but I mean, I'm happy to be good. I hope we are solid. I hope we are strong. I hope we are not a pick up and play win army.
No.
But I hope that those of us who have stuck with World Eaters, who are long-term World Eaters players, we're going to be, you know, the people that everyone's talking about at GTs now. Like, I think these guys got it.
It seems what I was saying about the Chaos Space Marine Codex, which is that the like skill ceiling and the skill floor have got closer together. I think that's even more restricted now. Because I think there will be ways to min max both Purge the Enemy and Blood God's Due at least, and just general playstyle, so like counter charging and baiting and shit like that. I think there'll be some nuance there, but I do think that literally, 100 Berserkers go smash. That list will do fine. With these, that like literally just pushing your models in a straight line across the table will still score really well with these. I do really like the fluff aspect that we get points for dying. Basically, I love that. Like I really like that as a fluffy rule. Finally, we get something that isn't just chaos random, always random bads. So I like that they've gone the other way with that, and it's
that is a really nice way of incorporating especially the Khorne theme, and I hope it's balanced. I hope it does turn out that it's strong, that it's powerful, but there are ways for opponents to play around it. Hopefully, other factions, secondaries, allow them. Okay, so I don't necessarily want to kill these World Eaters on the table. Can I, counter that by playing KG, doing actions? I want there to be a mind game in there as well, like a meta game in. Okay, so World Eaters are popular now, and I don't really want to engage them too much. So how do I build a list and you know?
Yeah.
That does. You know what? That is more than having terrifying profiles, right? More than having 17 attacks on a lone berserker. The secondaries is what makes us frightening in combat, not the combat itself.
Yeah. And it's not quite as heavy-handed as like Fight on Death.
Yes.
It's like you won't lose the stuff. That's fine. Like you'll kill me and I'll be dead, and you won't lose your stuff in return.
Yeah.
It's not trading. We're not a trading meta anymore.
Yeah.
It's well, we are a trading meta, but not trading models for models. We're trading models for points, which is like.
So
it also it doesn't specify units, so you just sit fucking jackals on a back objective or one spawn on objective, and what do you kill one spawn? That's a point for me.
Yeah.
Like,
god damn.
I need to pick some more. Oh no, I've got 3 individual spawn. Actually, that's all I need.
Yeah, I've got 3. I've got 2 more I can knock together pretty quick, and yeah.
I am big hype. I'm also really hype on demons. I think they'll be really good.
I think that is a tasty little addition. That little patrol you mentioned, I like that because psychic is still appearing to be a problem for us in that we haven't heard any big leaks about anti-psychic stuff. So
yeah,
other than
T-Suns are nice. I don't know if they had many drops. I know Slanesh demons had some fairly decent drops as well. Like Fiends are pretty good now.
Yeah.
Fucking Grey Knights had a lot of drops, so there might be a lot more psychic around.
Yeah.
Like they have point drops pretty much across the board, like fairly significant point drops.
That's fair. It's going to be interesting. All right, because I've got to do some serious thinking. I've got to find out. Do you happen to know if this is legal for LVO? Have they announced anything yet?
I have not looked for LVO.
Okay.
I'd imagine Dara might be up to date on that because
he's
quarantining as a plague bearer. So.
Yeah. Once I get into the actual Discord and get some time later to sort of digest everything.
All I know is that it's not legal for Nottingham, and that's all I care about.
Yeah, that's
and it looks like I'm not going to have an event between next weekend and when probably post World Eaters Codex release.
Okay.
The rumor is 11th for the full release for the World Eaters Codex, and my next event's on the 18th of Feb. So.
Okay, I've got an RTT in a couple of weekends, then I've got the LVO.
That'll be good fun.
Then the next, I'll have an RTT in February and March probably, but I've got a GT in March as well, so I should be nice and legal and prepped for that. Yeah. So that'll be nice, and then a couple more GTs in the summer. So
yeah, nice. And then LGT in September.
Yes, that is starting to come together a little bit on my end at least. So yeah, boy. Okay, well, I think that pretty much wraps up the information, right? Okay, well, thanks for delivering that, man, because that is a lot to think about. That is... but
I'm breaking my rule and I'm designing lists now.
Yeah, I think you got it right. I think at this point, we know enough. Even though it won't be the same, it's going to be so close, and it's just fun. It's fun to list right with new toys. It's just...
I have nothing else to write lists for. I was hoping that I was going to have a tournament where I could run the CSM book with these changes and see what happens. But alas, it looks like I'm not going to get that. So I'm all aboard the World Eaters Codex train now. After Nottingham, anyway.
All right. Well, okay, yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks Jack for letting us know this information. Thanks to me for having no idea what's going on and just reacting. But yeah, this is pretty hype. This is some really good information. I've already been excited. I think we've all been super excited. The more the leaks drop and everything else, but we're going to be fucking soon. I genuinely think. I think it's going to be a summer of blood. But yeah. All right, everyone. Yeah, get those Khorne Demon patrols at Element Games. Links below. And, join the Discord. Everything else. But until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and kill main bird.